Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Dave Russell. Well, listen tomorrow and Wednesday to follow along with the Ohio AgNet on the Ohio Crop Tour, brought to you by Ohio Field Leader, Ohio soybean farmers, and their checkoff. Visit ocj.com for more information. And you can join the Ohio Soybean Association Hometown Tour on Tuesday, August 6th at Arable Research Lab in Delaware, and Wednesday, August 7th at Bridgewater Dairy in Montpelier. Register for the free event at soyohio.org/hometown. Well, the Ohio forestry business is alive and well. Dale has more.
Joining me is Jenna Reese, Executive Director of the Ohio Forestry Association. And believe it or not, this week we're going to talk about sawmills. And Jenna, I understand a lot of times, like in agriculture, there's ups and downs. What are the challenging times in Ohio sawmills all about?
So we've got kind of a twofold scenario here. Summer is just a little bit more challenging in general as far as seasonal issues that happen. It's hot, it's raining, can be dry. The quicker you can get a tree harvested, processed on the log landing into a sawmill, through that whole process, you're just going to be able to preserve your wood a lot longer. We've got a lot of popular whitewoods. Those are very prime for spoiling or staining this time of year. So speed is the key to keep things from drying out and cracking and staining. Markets themselves are challenging on top of the seasonal challenges, but winter markets not challenging in agriculture.
But we've got a good supply of sawmills around all the potential different geographical locations that have timber?
Absolutely. Like other agricultural commodities, there's a great supply. A lot of it just depends on consumer demand. And in the last 2 to 3 years, we've seen pressure downward on those markets. We've had a lot of substitute and imitation products that are eating up our market share. As far as access to sawmills, access to the supply, not an issue there. It's pretty much driven by just changes in consumer demand over the years.
I've been visiting with Jenna Reese, Executive Director of the Ohio Forestry Association. You can always find out more about all things forest and timber in Ohio at ohioforest.org.
Thanks, Dale. Well, the U.S. Federal Trade Commission will look into why grocery prices are still high despite falling costs for retailers. When the FTC votes to authorize the study, major U.S. grocery chains would be required to provide information on their costs and their prices of common products. Food prices have risen by 25% between 2019 and 2023. U.S. Department of Agriculture statistics say that's at a faster rate of increase than in other consumer goods and services. The USDA is making changes to boost equity and fair treatment.
What really underpins our efforts at USDA is to improve equity and keep all farmers farming.
Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack telling reporters this week that USDA is making scores of changes in every one of its agencies to boost equity and fairness, and he gave one example of what's going on in USDA Farm Service Agency offices across the country.
USDA wants producers to be aware of the significant changes at the Farm Service Agency. This includes, but is not limited to, diversified agency leadership and county committee membership structure and membership, the ability to apply for farm loans and make loan payments online, which is new in 2024, streamlined and shortened loan paperwork requirements, and new processes that reduce the need for human discretion in loan decision-making.
Vilsack said these are just a few of the changes being made at USDA, changes he hopes will help to rebuild trust in the department.
And to make USDA an equitable and accessible department that truly serves all of our customers.
In Washington, Gary Crawford for the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
The markets are next.
Did you know soybeans' #1 customer is animal agriculture? That includes Ohio's beef farms. Research from the Soy Checkoff found that U.S. beef operations use over 1.3 million tons of soybean meal every year. That's the meal from about 55 million bushels of U.S. soybeans. Essential protein, energy, and amino acids. High-quality feed for heart-healthy beef. Soybeans, feeding the industry that feeds us. Brought to you by Ohio soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Hey Ohio, exciting news coming to you from Ohio's Country Journal. Subscribe or renew your free subscription by September 20th of 2024 and you could win one of 4 50-inch televisions. Ohio's Country Journal is free, but subscribers have to renew their subscriptions every 3 years to continue to receive it. Subscribe or renew to stay updated on all things Ohio, from agricultural insights to rural lifestyle. Don't miss out. Visit our website today at ocj.com/renew.
The market's brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. At the Board of Trade, September corn $3.90 3/4 up 4 1/4. December corn $4.07 up 3 3/4. August beans $10.44 1/4 up 15 cents. November beans $10.40 3/4 up 13 1/2. September wheat $5.39 1/2 up a half cent. At the Mercantile Exchange, August cattle $181.55 down $2.55. August hogs $91.15 down $1.05. September feeder cattle down $6.90 at $241.25. This is the Ohio AgNet.